Hi, I'm Auntie Tam, and I talk about mental health and life skills and life advice on my channel. Welcome. So, if you're new here and you don't know who I am, that's what I do. Also, I need to tell you upfront that I am not a psychologist, psychiatrist, counselor, or any kind of mental health professional of any sort. Everything that I'm talking to you about comes from my own lived experience. So, with that in mind, let's begin. Good morning, and or good afternoon, or good evening, whichever time you're looking at this. And I'm Auntie Tam, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about stress. And before we jump into stress, I would like to say thank you very much for bearing with me while I get my channel a little bit more tidy and cleaned up. Trying to make things better. So I'm trying to make things look a bit smarter, work a bit smarter myself, and to give more structure to the stuff that I'm content I'm putting out. I've also joined Patreon, and I've joined Buy Me a Coffee. You'll find the links down here. Um, if you want to support me in creating more mental health content, those are the links that you can click on to do that. Stress. Oh. Now, I'm not going to talk about stress in the same way as the way many people would think. Because everyone's thinking, okay, you're going to talk to us about managing stress. Hmm. I am going to talk to you about how people use stress as a goal or a yardstick or a measuring stick of how well they're doing in their job or in their life. I mean, you know those people. You've met them at parties, at bars. They could even be living in your same house as you. And they're just like, oh, I'm so stressed, but I'm doing so well. I'm so stressed, I'm doing so well. I'm making so much money, but I'm so stressed. Um, when they're using that um, stress as a place of celebration, or to show people how hard they're working, and to use that as a oh, word to use that as a goal, or it's kind of like holding stress up as an idol or an icon, saying that's me and I'm wonderful because I am so stressed. Um, let's start normalizing, rather, taking care of your mental health. And the thing is, most people would see that, oh, but stress is a part of life, it's part of a working life. Yes, it is, yes. But to the extent where you're not sleeping, where you're not eating, where you are collapsing, and you're still sort of, you telling people this, I'm so stressed, I'm not eating, I'm so stressed, I'm not sleeping, I'm so stressed, and you're actually using that as a celebration, because you know the people, they do it. I'm not talking about people who don't do this. I'm talking about people who do this, and you know exactly who they are. They're using that as a measuring stick to show you how incredibly successful they are. The thing is, stress does not mean you're successful. It really doesn't. Because I'm so stressed. Look how successful I am. I'm so stressed. Look how much money I'm making. Money for what? To pay for the heart attack you're going to have. I really do feel that we should start to normalize and start bringing into our lives daily moments that we create a space where we are stress free, doing whatever it is that does that, whether it's doing yoga, sitting in nature, playing with the dogs, reading a book, because it's incredibly important to unplug from the stress cycle, because we are firing off hormones into the body that cause all kinds of damage long term, that could even lead to heart attack and death. But we are celebrating this as though this is the goal, because the ultimate goal is to be so stressed that you have a heart attack, and everyone knows how successful you are because you're so stressed. That's not the goal. I don't think we should make that the goal. I think we should make the goal being at a place of peace and caring for ourselves and our bodies, caring for our lives, caring for the people in our lives. And if that means earning a little bit less money, um, and not having that house and not having that car, then so be it, because the house and the car and the status actually mean very little. Unless they mean something to you. Because we are the ones that give things meaning. It's not that this has that meaning; we give that meaning. So, excuse me. So my homework for you to this week is to find a way to unplug. And when I say unplug, I mean unplug. I mean no screens, no devices, no internet. Unplug. If you start with just half an hour, that's great. If you start with 10 minutes, that's great. But completely unplug, you're unreachable for that amount of time, and you are doing what works best for you, whether that's a bubble bath, or meditation, or deep breathing, or singing a song, or sitting out in nature. Let it be that thing that you do, that thing that really brings joy into your life, really de-stresses you, and start incorporating that into your life as a daily practice, because stress should not be ever a measure of one's success, ever. And that's just an opinion. If you feel that that's the way you have to live, then I'll send flowers to you. Um, but it's I think we really need to get out of that headspace that live hard, play hard. It's not working. It's not making us happier. It's not making us less stressed. It's not making us feel good about ourselves. It's not allowing us to spend more time with our family and friends. And it's a case of really asking yourself, what's your priority? If your work is your priority, that's okay. Carry on. But for many of us, work is not the priority. Our families are, or our partners are. Um, and I think that that is something that we really need to focus on. For me, at this point in time, my focus is on my mental health, feeling loved and cared for is more important to me, and spending time with my family more important to me. But and I'm not saying that this is because of my age. I think that we can do this at any point in our lives. We can reprioritize things at any point in our lives. If it means we downscale. But it's incredibly important to put the focus where it needs to be, and the focus really shouldn't be on how quickly you can get yourself a heart attack. Honestly. So that's it for this week, and hopefully very soon you'll start to see all the really nice Georged Up videos coming your way. Remember to like and subscribe, and see my Patreon and buy me a coffee thing at the bottom. Thank you.